they live there, and they stingray in the water. The black fish in the water is stingrays.
Okay.
They live there.
Yeah, I was in Barbados a couple of weeks ago and swam with some damn turtles, man. It was nice. It was nice. It was nice.
It's a tourist attraction also.
Yeah. They take you out in the boat with a snorkel and your vest and they chuck your ass the hell off.
YouTube.
Good afternoon.
I know Ethan now for. That was back in the days, man.
You going on the field with him? Yeah, I'm gonna come behind you.
Ethan, that was one of them. No, Concept 30. That was like.
That's 92, 88, 89, and 92.
Cause I was into the shallows.
Yeah.
I don't know if my chat is on. So you want me on the right side or left side?
Left.
All right. I don't see any chats yet. Pablo, John, how are you? Sorry, I can't keep up with him. He's holds a title in aerobatics and some other like 3 titles in I'm gonna go back. He has 3 titles in this competition stuff, and I'm not professional enough to keep up with him. But as you can see, John, I'm good. Hello everyone who came in. Give me a second to get out the way, because you gotta pay attention when getting off this field. So that's my god brother. He flies remote control helicopters. He also does a competition He's the East Coast champion in scale, aerobatics, and maybe one other thing. I don't remember what the other title was that he held before, but he's also has a title in AMA, which I believe is the vice president of this district of the AMA, if anybody knows what that is. Don't really remember what it is, but it has to do with the membership that covers remote control hobbies, remote control planes, cars, and boats, probably trains also. Hello, John, Tanya. Tanya, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. Pablo, hello. Karen, hello. John, those helicopters, man, some of them are expensive. BA Media, social media, hello. Those range in, I really couldn't tell you the price, man, because some of these guys invest thousands and thousands of dollars into this hobby, and they cost some money. Everything is built by hand. They come in kits, they build them by hand. They fix it when it breaks down. And everybody here has more than one hobby as far as this remote control stuff. We have a whole bunch of people here that fly different kinds of equipment. I'm gonna catch another flight later. But this is what it is. This is called FPV drone. It's for competition. It's also for photography. These are hand built. It's not really like a kit. It's built by hand. Probably comes in a kit, but this is different from the DJIs, I think they call them, that people use for photography. One called a Maverick. This is more for like competition flying, like speed. And FPV is when you use the goggles. I knew that they use goggles for it, but I didn't know what it was called. I learned that today. And he also has a channel. Gonna give his channel out, a shout out. Nonstop FPV. NONSTOP FPV. Check that YouTube channel out. Subscribe to it. I can't put it in right now. Karen, if you're still here, can you tag at Nonstop FPV for me? Please, if you can hear me. And that'll be the channel where you can see his footage of what he does with these amazing remote control flying devices. Flying drones, excuse me. I have to say it right. Flying drones. I'm not into the hobby. I'm just a fan of it. And there's another one in the back. I don't know what it's called, but it's a plane type of drone. But I'll find out later. What is a drone called that's a plane?
What do you mean a drone that's a plane?
This one.
With an FPV.
Yeah, the FPV.
Well, so right, FPV just means using the goggles. This is like a single wing, right?
Yeah, this is a wing.
Yeah, it's just a wing.
Okay. So this is a single wing FPV. The FPV means you're flying with goggles.
It's first person view.
First person view. Thanks.
Like you're in
First
the
person
cockpit.
view. Thanks. Yeah, that.
FPV.
Yeah, FPV. I just learned something today. You're never too old to learn.
But like FPS, right? FPS, first person shooter. Like, Halo.
Yeah, but that's if you're into those games. I'm not. You're into that. You see?
FPV, first person view.
You see how you can learn something?
So that's a fixed, like a
Fixed
single
wing,
wing.
yeah,
So
fixed
fixed
single
wing
wing.
just means airplane, right?
Right.
So that is a single wing. It's just called a wing.
Right.
That's all it is.
Okay, thank you.
Whereas the kid's flying, that little yellow thing that he has is actually like a little model airplane, right? It looks like a plane.
Right. So there you go. Big Busy, how you doing? So there you go. I just learned something. Single wing FPV. FPV is first person view. So that I did not know prior to today. So I learned something.
See,
And
like, yeah, this broken thing in the orange here, the one that I crashed. That's also it's more of a plane, but it doesn't have wheels.
Right.
And that one is also FPV. It's broken.
these are the goggles that you use to
Yes.
fly.
I use the same goggles for everything.
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel, so I'm just
Yeah.
and I tagged the club in my title.
Broken helicopter, broken plane, working drone.
That's a part of the hobby. You bring all your equipment down, whether it's working or not, and eventually,
Well, no, I brought it because I grabbed it from storage.
Right.
Normally it'd be home until it's fixed. Then I'd bring it out here to break it again.
but at least it's going home now to get fixed. Hopefully.
I'm gonna assess it.
Right.
We'll see how, like there's a stress level at which point I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah,
We'll see.
definitely.
Start your controller first. Eaton told me that.
Okay.
Because if anything ever goes wrong, you have control.
A lot of checks and balances in this hobby. Check before you go up in the air. So he's checking his equipment. Always check his equipment. How you doing? All right. So that's practicing. He's practicing moves for competition right now. Hovering.
Happy New Year!
That's there's a name for that maneuver he's doing, which I don't remember, but it's a maneuver that he does in competition, and he's actually practicing his competition moves. And he's doing it low to the ground. As you can see his height. His chest now low to the ground. Now he's going up a little bit head height, a little bit above head height now, and moving it further away while spinning. How you doing? I don't speak Spanish.
Oh, this one is good.
Yes, very good. I don't know if you saw that, but you had a view of the FPV drone. If I had a camera now, that would have been a good shot if I had the FPV drone in the same frame as the helicopter. Now I lost it. Okay, here we go. It's still above head height. It's not high in the air, and it's still close to him. These are all maneuvers that you do in competition. I'm not reading the chat right now. I'm trying to focus on this video footage in the live of the remote control helicopter. Now it's going up higher. This is actually hurting my back. Holding the phone, pulling the muscle in my back. I can feel it in my chest now. Around my chest, not in my chest, sorry. This is what happens when you don't use certain muscles. When you use them for a long period of time, you feel it. Anastasia Evan, good afternoon. Bangladesh, BA, I see you. Thank you guys for joining my stream. This is a little bit about what I do when I'm outside. This channel is gonna become Struggler Outdoors or Mr. Nice Outdoors. Eventually I'm gonna change it to Mr. Nice Outdoors, which is gonna cover everything that I do outdoors, everything that I participate in. If you see in the tag in the description, there's a website. Check the website out. You'll see exactly what goes on here. Excuse me. He just landed. It just turned over. I think he was trying to take off, but someone else is from their plant. FPV. I don't know if I could get the FPV. How's everybody? So, he just landed his helicopter. Yeah. Everybody's off the field now. This one just came in, and the other guy just landed. The other guy just landed his helicopter. So There's nothing up in the air right now, Evan. Slide back a little bit, and you see the helicopter in the air. Yeah, hold on, Evan. I don't really like. All right, how you doing? There's some bikes over here, Evan.
They opened up on the side.
There's some bikes over there, but you can't see them. But I don't really like to film them because they don't want to be filmed, and they're about their life. If somebody comes over, there's gonna be a problem. You know, they out
Film us all you want.
there. Now I'm talking about the motorcycles.
They're not supposed to be here.
I said if they come over here, it's gonna be a problem if I'm filming them, and they should know not to come over here. You know what I'm saying? They come. We good over here, but if they come over here because I'm filming, they got a problem because they don't belong here. We're gonna handle it gets handled accordingly.
No, they usually will be. It's only the much younger ones that are a little bit.
I've been here, and I've seen some of them that are problems, and I do ride myself. Some of them I don't respect because this is not a place for that. There's kids here,
Yeah.
and
No, some of them are respectful.
Floyd Bennett, that's where they go, not here. You can't tell me, man. We could debate this real good because I'm about that.
Oh, yeah, but the cheese are not for them as well, though.
This should be practiced at Floyd Bennett. There's more open space, there's more concrete, and it's actually an airplane field.
Yeah, there's more real estate there. I wonder. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with Floyd Bennett. Like, it's not used.
Because it's illegal what they're doing, and the cops
Yeah, I know.
will get them, and they don't want to get together and organize because they could get a space.
If it were more organized,
Right.
I heard they used to have like the racing like club there several years ago, but it was disbanded or something.
It was the club they had there before
Yeah,
was
RC cars, right?
RC cars, yeah. It got a lot of people there, but
Then they either the Parks National Parks Department closed it, and they don't race there anymore.
yeah.
But there's
What happened was
space
is that
there to-
they wasn't keeping the area clean.
Single
The people that was coming there was just parking wherever they wanted.
So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If they were more organized, orderly.
The guy that was running it wasn't.
Oh, you know the.
Well, I hung out there. I used to fish there, so
Oh,
it was a
okay.
normal stop for me because I knew people that was doing it. So I knew people that was there, but it's you know, they got to be organized, you know.
Yeah.
Pierre, did you get a look, Pierre? Let me know if you got a look, cause
It's been a while. I haven't seen
like I said,
I went away.
Yo, you went out of town?
it's a lot of them over there.
Welcome back.
Idiots.
Family, everything all good? Yeah.
No, my mom. You know,
You really can't see. They have the Repsol,
on the websites.
the Honda Grams.
Honestly,
One guy had a custom out to a Repsol. There's like 3 Grams here, and I think Yamaha has a bike small like that now. Don't quote me, but I believe I saw one that was a Yamaha that size. They're all Grams mostly, and the Gram size. Somebody has a wheelie thing to practice doing wheelies for his lady, and that's about it over there. Hope you got to see it, but they're really not supposed to be over here, and a lot of these guys don't want to be filmed because, you know, they're doing something illegal. And then again, they do so much dirt on those bikes that they don't want nobody to know where they practice at. So let's preserve the integrity of keeping them anonymous and no dry snitching. You can see the bikes, but you can't really see who's on them or their helmets. You can if you know how to, you know, play around and slow things down here, but the outside, if they come over here, yeah, they good. If they come over here, I'm gonna film them because they don't belong over here. And That's that. So I'm waiting for somebody else to go up. Nobody's going up right now as far as the helicopter's concerned, and the airplanes. But I think I just missed somebody because I was talking. But I'm having a good day so far. Hopefully after we leave here, we're gonna get... Oh, somebody's up. So this is a young fella with his dad, and it's a little kid flying. I'm gonna go up behind him. It's hard to film these FPV drones because they're so small. But it's a young kid flying. I can't find it. There we go. That's the little man that's doing it. Anyway, I can't keep up with him. He's too good. He's a professional. I can't keep up with him. You know? Pierre, did you get to see you still here? U.S. national champion, U.S. racing champion, aerobatics, and scale last year.
Scale champion.
Scale champion. So that's 4 titles, I think he said, that he held in this hobby. And the title for your position, AMA?
Associate Vice President, District 2.
Associate Vice President, District 2. New Jersey and Europe. It's his title with the AMA.
Sergeant at Arms, Senior Advisor in this club.
Sergeant at Arms, and he's Senior Advisor for Seaview Rotary Wings, which is where I'm at. And I would say that he's been doing RC stuff for at least 40 years. Easily, more than that, but we're not trying to dry snitch age either, but, you know, it is what it is. Experience prevails. And then also, he has some equipment in here for ham radio that you can't see, but everything's packed away and secured. So this is just part of the hobby because he was an avid kayaker and doing a lot of kayak fishing, as well as surf fishing and boat fishing.
Don't forget the mountain bike days, yo.
Oh yeah, he said don't forget the mountain bike days. We used to ride mountain bikes. You know, we still have our mountain bikes, by the way. And we're not limited to going out and riding. We can get out there and ride whenever we want. It's just that time doesn't permit it. But we still in the game at our age. We ain't let nothing go. We still have everything. He still has his bike from the 90s. I still have my bike from the 90s. So, Cannondale all day. Cannondale all day. And another thing we enjoy is being outdoors, being in this wind, and being by the ocean. See this? This is where it's at. We got a line of people out here enjoying this hobby. A line of people this way enjoying the hobby. So over here is a soccer field. Not really gonna show the soccer field because it's too far away, but that's the soccer field. I'm just gonna wait for somebody else to go up there. The guys flying the FPV drones, they're out, but like I said, somebody's going out with a helicopter now. see the helicopter. But he's a little bit further out with his for safety reasons. But I can't go out and go behind him because I don't know him and I'm not familiar with how he flies. 47? Man, that's a compliment, Evan. I wish I was 47. Today's weekend. I can still hit the skins like I'm 47 now. You know, female. But I ain't 47, man. I got that beat by 9 years, I believe. You know? I'm at retirement age. That was a scooter, Pierre. We don't film scooters like that unless I'm riding. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a scooter. But yeah, Evan. See if I can catch it. He's got it upside down. That's Nonstop FPV that just passed by. His YouTube page is Nonstop FPV. If you get a chance, give him a subscribe. Nonstop FPV. Nonstop first person view. Drone flying. Nonstop FPV. At Nonstop FPV. If you want to check out some first person view drone footage, that's the man right there. My man Rufus, he be chilling. That's how we do it. Run, what's going on? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. At night, maybe. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. I wish I had my camera here. Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. I'm in my, I'm 56. And single now. So, if you're 36 and older, you know, I'm available. You gotta know how to cook. You gotta be pretty. Well, you know, you don't have to be all that pretty, but you gotta have small feet and be short and cute, you know? We're gonna leave it at that. Because we don't want anybody to feel left out, you know? Anywhere from 4'7" to 5'10", you know, because I'm 5'11". So technically at 5'10", you're shorter than me. I don't know if you have small feet. That's appealing to me, but you know, as long as they're pretty, we can make do, you know? Just a little disclosure. I'm trying to, man. I gotta get back on my bicycle run, man. I gotta get back on the bicycle. I did do some walking today. All right, he's coming down. He just landed. Yeah, here we go. This is what model is this? Spectre V2 Pro. That's how it looks. I had to move back because I wanted to get the whole thing in view. So now I'm gonna get a close up. Spectre V2 Pro.
My pilot name on the side.
Pilot's name on the side. And let me get a little closer. So he's also a U.S. national champion, and that Comtronics means that
That's my sponsor.
that's his sponsor, one of his sponsors.
Top I had to take off when the label came on.
And he has,
Sponsored by Full
He's sponsored by Futaba also,
I don't fly drones.
and he doesn't fly drones, but he can if he wanted to.
But I can't.
But you know,
And turbines. I'm licensed for turbines, for jets.
licensed for turbines and jets.
Good stuff.
Yeah, they said it looks expensive.
Yeah, it is. But ask your wife how many shoes she got in her closet.
There you go, firsthand. Ask your wife how many shoes she got in her closet, and then we could figure it out, you know, because we gotta have hobbies too. You know, we gotta have hobbies too. And self-enjoyment is peace, as long as you're not using your hands. You know, Mary Poppins and the Five Sisters. You know what I'm saying?
Thumbelina and the Four Sisters, man.
Thumbelina and the Four Sisters too. But hey, whatever floats your boat.
No hot tour here.
Yeah. All right. He's oh man, I missed it. Can you do that again? Hold up.
Turn the lock on.
All right. So
Guys, this is the power plant. This is 6-cell, 4,000 milliamp battery LiPo. These are the ones that'll burn your house down, so you gotta kind of be meticulous. With my flying style, I probably get about 12 minutes of flight on this. The guys that fly extreme aerobatics, they might get 4 or 5 minutes because they turn extremely high rotor head speed, which draws a lot more current from these batteries. I fly for duration, not for. I don't do what they call stick banging, which is extreme 3D. I like my machines. I don't like to do a lot of maintenance. I build them to stay together. So I use the smaller batteries, save the weight, and this allows me to fly in competition very easily and keep the weight of the machine down. This motor here is one of the nastiest motors you can get straight out of Germany. It's called Contronic. Most of the world champions here and abroad, they use this company's motor, Contronic. Fortunately, I fly for Contronic for the past 10 years, so I'm one of their sponsored pilots. So by contract, I kind of got to use this, but it's not a pretty boy motor. This motor is designed for smoothness, and that's what you want. You don't want rough. You don't want a rough running motor. Rough running motors are like having a rough running engine in a car. It's not good. So this is it. This machine is what they call aerobatic tuned. So I can turn these blades extremely slowly and still have full control of the machine. This radio is the top radio in the world right now. This is a 32 channel Futaba radio. Futaba does industrial cranes and they work on hazmat sites in Japan, but they have a branch of remote control, and this is the top line radio. They don't make anything else better than this right now.
and one thing about this radio is that if you see it, it's not going to be the same as you see here because
Yeah, it's
I know for a
customized.
fact this thing and this thing is customized because it was on the last radio.
And the blue switches,
And
the blue accents,
these blue accents,
and the
and I
orange and
think
black.
this thing,
Yeah,
one
the
of them,
orange.
these things are custom. So for grip, I believe, didn't you say you did this thing right here?
Yeah,
You change it, the
well,
switch.
The switches I use most are this orange one here and this orange one here. This is like cruise control. When I pull this switch one forward, the RPM goes to a set RPM for hovering. When I want to do aerobatics, I shift gears with this switch. The motor automatically ramps up and I'm good to go. This switch back here is to kill the motor in an emergency, or if you want to practice engine off landings. Well, not that one actually. This one here. You hit that switch, it shuts the motor off and you come in. When you land, you just re-engage the RPM with this. So 1, 2, 3 switches. Now, when I'm flying scale, which is models that actually look like real helicopters, I use this to get the landing gear up and down, and then I resort back to using this to keep the RPM constant. There's no need to change the RPM when you're flying scale. Find one speed that works, and the machine should be able to do everything with that one speed. Also, there's a telemetry screen here that tells me how much battery I burned, how much RPM I'm running. It also tells me the battery temperature, the motor temperature, and a whole bunch of other things. Like it can tell me the altitude if I need that, but I don't really need that because you usually keep copies below 200 feet. So that's about it. You know?
One of my guys said he crashed his RC plane after having it 2 days. He had a 12-cell cigarette boat, dual props.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Molded with water cooling for the brushed electric motors.
Yes, sir.
And he says he loves the electronics. That's what's up, Run.
Yeah, you trim it on rough water and you go for broke. Yes, sir. I done did all of that, B. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's a
Still
part
got
of
boats in the crib, man. I still got boats.
boats, and you have a.
Got some planes too.
You have a. Don't you have a sub?
Yeah, I got a sub. I got
Sub?
two subs.
Yeah, and you have a tugboat.
And I got 3 tugboats.
Yeah.
3 tugboats.
Yeah,
And I got some steam power ships, steam power boats as well from Midwest.
and
I got a lot of stuff.
he's got a gazillion helicopters
Right.
from gas to nitro to electric.
Yeah, but primarily.
And when I say a
electric.
gazillion, I mean a gazillion that's built already,
Ready to go.
and then a gazillion in boxes too, that's not built, and tons of parts for everything. He does have a YouTube channel. It's not active,
For music.
but his YouTube channel was for music. But he's also a DJ, one of the dopest house DJs in Brooklyn. But family life and work took that hobby. Well, they didn't take the hobby, put the hobby on pause. But every now and then, when we in the crib, we queue up and we listen to some dope tracks or some new tracks, you know, because he's still in the game, and he can spin wax too. So, you know, definitely old school. And we will say that back in the day, in our day, you know, he was a scratch master and scratching hip hop extraordinaire. But his love for house music changed that. And if you know music and you know house is everything. You know, especially when you got dope tracks like "This Is Sky." This is Sky. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of Ishkabibble stuff that
Break for love and all of that.
yeah, we get down with, you know. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, you could actually find out, you know. Siri will find everything for you. Thank you, Karen, for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. Hope you enjoy your time with your company. You have a nice day.
So Karen, I said, what up, yo?
God brother said, what up? And hopefully you'll be on later. But we're going to be doing some lives this weekend. Well, maybe today's the only day I'm going to be doing lives, because the only day I'm going to be out, because tomorrow I got to work. But thank you again. Yeah, Evan, so easily, these hobbies is like, I would say like 80,000 and above in equipment altogether, because it just doesn't start with one helicopter, because this hobby is, you know, can be a down payment on a house. Oh yeah, it is expensive, and everybody over here is doing it, you know.
But it ain't gotta be that expensive.
Right, he said it doesn't have to be that expensive, but when you're in this circle right here,
Start, yeah.
this circle that we in here right now, it's a big dog circle. Everybody's doing the big here, except for the little youth, but he's still big dog because he has more than the average kid when it comes to this stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Good interest.
and he's got good
Getting ready
interest.
to fly his drone,
And
virtual reality.
He's getting ready to fly again.
With the VR glasses.
He's just waiting for the other guy to come off. See, he's getting excited because he said he landed. So he's waiting for him to come off. So you can't go on the field when someone else is on it. I missed the plane. What's his name again?
Oh, that's Ray.
That's my man Ray. We actually do.
Painting.
He does painting, and also I've been out to breakfast with Ray. We hang out, you know. This ain't just hobby stuff. We actually go out and we do things like we eat, we break bread,
Travel to events.
we travel to events. Yeah. Run, you gotta remember, I don't know if you was here, but this is over 40 years in the game easily. We're both in our 50s. We're both 56, and this is like 40 years in the game. So this is me 40 games of supporting whatever hobbies he does, whatever things we do, we mostly do together. The only thing we don't do together is I don't fly these machines, but I have hung out with him. I think I have called before for him once, and you know, this is what I do. He's gonna go up again, so I gotta stay my distance. He has to know that I'm behind him, and I have to stay on the left side. Yeah, when the copter was coming down, for some reason it tipped coming down. It was because of the wind. The wind is very strong here, so it tipped when it came down. I gotta move back. Sorry.
Yeah, you good right there.
All right. So
The bench shaft.
so if you saw that, now you know that he said he wanted to see because he had a feeling that it could have happened, and of course that's why he came over here to check on the other side to be safe, away from everybody, and I had to be a safe distance behind him. And that wind, it was the wind that did that because he had already landed, and the wind took it over. So
I'll sort it out. It's probably a bent main shaft, which I'm ticked about. I'm sure I'm gonna change the part.
and he probably has a part already, so he ain't worried about it. Everything he flies, he has parts for, and his downtime is minimal. It's just based on when he wants to fix something, because he's got a lot of other stuff going on. So this will probably get fixed right away because it is going to be flying season. I don't know if he's going to compete this year, but if he does compete, it's probably not going to be this copter.
Nah, not until I fix it.
Well, not until he fixes it, but then it's a copter that he would compete with.
All right, man.
Take care. All right.
All right, Rocco. Say what's up to Fran, man. Okay.
Yeah, I know it's this.
Yeah, I can't see this being nothing else other than that main shaft. The copter's not supposed to go bananas like that. Anyway, I'll deal with it. Still in one piece. That's the main thing.
That sounds like fun. Run. I don't know. I don't remember where you're at, but that's what's up. All right, there's a plane going on the field now. That's called a prop plane, I believe.
Yeah, electric job.
Electric.
Electric is the way, the truth, and the light, man. It's clean.
So he's waiting for safety reasons for the guy to clear with his son.
Really?
What did he say?
He said, you want me to throw it? Right now. Gun it, man. Gun it. You're going the right way, man. Gun it. Just gun it. just keep up elevating and gun it. It'll stay down till you get. Yo, just give it up elevator from now to keep it on the ground. And then when the sail comes off, just wheel it. Down elevator, man. Down. Down elevator. That's up. Go ahead, man. Hit it. There you go.
That wind is crazy.
And you got the flaps down.
I can't keep up with him, man. He's too fast, and my camera doesn't. This is the iPhone 11, and it doesn't.
I think I've been a main shaft for some.
It doesn't. It's not as good a camera as the iPhone 14 Pro Max, so I'm not getting as good as footage as I want with this phone. But I have this phone set up with this account already. Let me see what you're writing. Okay, Washington State. That's actually someplace that I want to go to, Run. There's I have a friend that's out there in Seattle that works in a hotel, a very good friend of mine. Actually, we used to work together, and he was somewhat instrumental in me learning about removing and replacing parts on cars. So we used to break night, and he was also one of my guys that we hung out and we went roller skating. He used to come and go roller skating when I went roller skating because I went every week, at least 3 times a week. And on the weekend, he would come hang out because usually after we go to the racetrack, we'll shoot over to the ring, and it'll be a race to get to the ring, and the race, everybody versus us going down because we did some hopways back then with some heat. So we used to race from Long Island back to Brooklyn. Usually, you know, if we didn't go stop in Queens somewhere, but we was racing out of there, out of Long Island to get to Queens, go to Brooklyn. And we usually went to a diner after skating. You know, it's a Brooklyn thing, a skate thing too. But that's what's up, man. Washington State. Seattle is beautiful, man. I used to follow a lot of photography there before my son passed. Beautiful woman there that, I forgot her YouTube page, but she has the most prettiest eyes, mixed children, and she does a lot of pictures of her children. And she was dating another content creator. I think that it went awash, but beautiful woman, man. I wish I could remember her name. I would like to say her name had to do with something with Lacey, you know, but beautiful woman, man. A lot of art here, yeah, man. She took a lot of beautiful pictures, man. I think I followed like 2 content creators that did photography out in Seattle. Might have been more than 2, but there's also a lady I follow that does a vlog channel, a lifestyle vlog channel. She usually comes into my channels, Nicole Vlogs or Nicole Just Vlogs. I don't remember the name. Don't quote me. Sorry if you're hearing I messed your name up, but Nicole, her name is Nicole. She usually comes in my channel sometimes. But yeah, man, she's out there too. She's an entrepreneur. She has her own business. And yeah, man, beautiful out there. Beautiful. And now I know that there's some good fishing out there. The wind just turned him over. Something just happened. The wind is messing everybody up. What happened? Oh. Oh. A lot of checks and balances with this hobby. One FPV drone just went down and flipped over. He had the controls set up backwards. So a lot of wins and losses, but you gotta be kidding me. You can fish for halibut and lingcod. Is that off the surf or for boat? See, I'm not familiar with freshwater run. Can you actually eat crappie, walleye? I know you could eat trout. I know you could eat perch and catfish, but I don't know if you can eat walleye and crappie. I thought crappie might be a bait fish, but I'm not sure. All right, so this guy right here that's going up, he's going up with a smaller FPV. His name is @nonstop FPV. And you can check out his channel @nonstop FPV. Known him here for quite a bit. He's a club member and he runs with my god brother over here, Hard Body. So I can't follow him, he's too fast. Okay, you never got it from shore. Okay, yeah. So that's a deep water fish, offshore fish, yeah. Yeah, I got excited when you said it, man, because that's a fish I would love to, man. That's a fish that I would love to try and taste, man. I'm gonna actually, Trapper Scotty put me onto a company which would ship it to me. So when I get in position
disarm it. I saw it drop in, and I disarm it. Yeah, because I saw it. I said, boop, click.
Yeah, so
I get
he hit a wrong button, and the FPV drone came out, so he has to go fetch it now. So there's a lot of things that could happen here, but like I said, it's a fun hobby, and everybody takes the losses in stride. Not that it's a loss, but when something happens, they just figure out what they did wrong and keep it moving. So now he's tracking down where it's at, because everybody's watching the other guys, FPV pilot as well, and he was watching it when it came down. The starry flounders, oh yeah, and rockfish sea bass. When you say sea bass is totally different from the rockfish that I know, but I guess they're considered rockfish because you can catch them in rocky areas. But what I fish for is black sea bass, and what I call rockfish is blackfish. So, or tautog, yeah, tautog. Black sea bass, blackfish, or tautog, I believe it's considered rockfish also, and porgies, which you could fish for all three of those fish in the same area where the rocks are. The rockfish, when you use the term rockfish, to me, it means a fish that'll go into the rockfish and hide, which is tautog or blackfish. Okay, yeah. See, that's the thing. It's different species, but I'm wondering if that means that it's the same fish here, but you just call it a different name. You know? But I wouldn't know because unless I seen it. But when I do go fishing, I'm gonna be taking pictures, doing a lot of shorts, and I'm gonna be doing YouTube as much as I can. Okay, they act the same. Okay, yeah. So what do you use for bait? For us, we use filler crabs, which I don't use filler crabs because I don't like the smell. I use green crabs, or I catch black. There's a black crab that I catch by the rocks at a particular area that I fish at called Floyd Bennett, and I'll go dig those rocks out. I dig out a bucket full early in the morning when the tide is low, and then you could keep those rocks for weeks. I mean, not those rocks, but you can keep those crabs for weeks as long as you keep them in a cool, dry area, and you don't have to feed them or nothing, and you don't have to pay for that bait. They're black crabs with looks a little orange inside. When we buy crabs we buy are green crabs. By name we call them green crabs. Big curly-tailed jigs, chunks of herring, sandworms. So we only get herring one time during the year. There's a herring run, and most of the time you have to, when you do fish for herring, you use the sabiki bigs, and you use the sabiki wigs, you drop it down, you lift it up, and you can catch like 5-6 herrings at a time. And then what we do is we salt them and we freeze them. Towards the end of the fishing season, when there's no fresh bait, we use the herring for fishing because it's an oily fish. So when you could put it in frozen and then it'll thaw out, and you could catch striped bass with it or bluefish. Sandworms, we do use sandworms. I usually like the oh man, give me a second, let me think of it. The bloodworms and night crawlers. So I use bloodworms, night crawlers, and sandworms. But I leave the night crawlers as the same, one and the same as bloodworms. Let me go find out real quick. Hold on a sec. Because I don't remember. Yeah, they're talking, so I'll find out later. But I believe it's one and the same as what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's what's up. What do you mean? What does the term cut plug mean? Do you catch your salmon on the boat, or you catch it from the shore? Because if you want to catch salmon from the shore, you go during salmon run. You go upstate New York, and you could go catch salmon. But I think you got to pay a permit fee when you go up there to get them. But there's a place upstate New York where you can go do a salmon run, but I don't know if they'll be as good as the salmon from Alaska, but people go do it. Oh, that's nice. That's what's up. Yeah. I've never caught salmon as an adult. I do believe my dad took me to do it as a child. But like I said, we used to fish a lot of freshwater and going upstate a lot. We used to fish off of canoes, boats, and stuff like that. You know, we was outdoors doing it. So somebody's on a bicycle. So in the back of this field, somebody's on a bicycle going to go to the spot to go fish. In the back of this field is it's called, on the other side is Coney Island. So there's a what do you call it? There's a bay that comes in from the ocean, which is this side of the ocean is where the cruise ships come by. So it comes down the East River. I think the East River connects to this river. And also, man, I'm not sure, but we have a bay, and inside this bay is a few, what do you call those things? Boat basins where they park boats at, and a couple of piers along the way. And when the bait fish comes in, the big fish follow. And then the fishing is bananas over here, man. Like, really bananas when the fish are in. Bait fish come in here. Because they come in here and they stay for a while. They got a lot of area to go back to. And they go in deep and then they come back. And you can catch the fish going both ways. Oh, that's nice. That'll be awesome. Is coho like the bonita fish that go fast? I believe, I'm not sure. Or is it a fish that's a delicacy for chefs? Because I think coho is a delicacy fish that chefs prepare a certain way. Oh, different species of salmon? Okay. Salmon, that's nice. That's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. I like my salmon grilled. I like grilled salmon. And I like it broiled too, but preferably grilled. But I can broil it. My daughter likes it too. I do buy it frozen and keep it in the freezer, that's for sure. I'll tell you that. So I met the guy that didn't want to let me in the first time. He's cool, but you have to respect the rules. Anastasia Blessed, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. Take care. All right. Yeah. I'm doing good. I'm outside in a field where they fly drones and helicopters, remote control helicopters, and remote control planes. And if you go back in the video, you'll see a couple of planes and stuff like that. But I'm having a good time. These guys are riding across the field. And they're not supposed to ride across the field. Okay, you saw it? Okay, good. Yes. Anastasia, you was in the bushes with me? I appreciate you for being in the bushes with me and watching my stream and giving me your precious time today. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. So this is a part of the stuff that I do here for the past 40 years, hanging out. No, my godbrother does it. He's a competition helicopter flyer. A couple of other titles. Just come here to hang out. It's peaceful. It's by the ocean. It's a nice view if you go on the other side. I usually have my fishing equipment. I would be fishing right now, but I don't have my fishing equipment. I will have it next week. Next weekend I'm going home and I'm gonna get my fishing equipment. Also, it's with the guy who probably has a channel. He sells bait also. His only rule is no lures. No lures if you're fishing on his property. Only live herring or cup bait. Hey, that's right, man, because you gotta support what he's doing, and it's better to buy the bait from him because he's allowing you to fish on his property. And I agree with that, you know. I agree with that because if he's giving you access, man, it's worth it, you know. Live herring or cut bait or cut plug bait. Why do you call it plug bait? Can you explain that? Live plug bait. Live plug bait is herring, right? I will be getting some fish. Something happened again. Something happened, everybody.
That was my first Aero Scout. Wow.
What happened?
Is
he playing?
Is he all the pieces?
Oh.
He zigged when he should have zagged.
And what was that? The FPV? The FPV?
Oh yeah, it was FPV.
Oh.
So by the time he turned, it just.
It's good that he didn't hit anybody. That's good. Yeah, but yeah, to a certain extent.
Yeah, but he needed to build up a little bit more speed before he turned. Yeah, but doesn't it let us do this? I mean, you feel better when you auto launch? You feel better. It's like this. Sure, just put it around better. Just automatically straighten it out. You want to hear anything like. No. Yeah, once you touch the stick.
Yeah, so one of the things went down. Yeah, man, that's the kind of people to network with, man, because you know that's a beautiful thing when someone could allow you to fish the but yeah. A guy had a plane or a drone that just crashed, but it didn't hit anybody. Looks like it was a plane. Yes, it was a plane. Yeah, it was a plane.
Is that what happened?
Put two of those on there.
I'll put on 4.
Yeah. originally thought it was a motorcycle that flipped, but it was a plane. So it's I'm unable to charge my phone in the car because the heat is making the phone overheat inside of the car when I'm charging it. So I got 40% left. I'm gonna end the live now because I want to figure out. Do I have any option? No. Anyway, I'm gonna end the live now because my battery's down to 40%, and I want to keep it somewhat going in case I get messages, because this is my business phone, and I don't want to not have the opportunity to get messages. And I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. One channel to subscribe to is Nonstop FPV. Nonstop FPV. I believe the channel was. Oh, I don't have the full one. Thank you, Anastasia. Appreciate you. Nonstop FPV, yes. And you see some of the footage of what a FPV drone can do. First person view. FPV drone. Run. Thanks for hanging with me. Anastasia. Thank you very much. And I don't know who the other person is that's in here with me. But thank you again. Evan, I think it is Evan. I think Evan is still here. Thank you again for being here. And whoever else is here that YouTube might not allow me to see, it says 3 people. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for the likes. And I will be logging off, and I might come back on later when I'm leaving. We're gonna be going to another spot to get something to eat, and we're gonna be doing radio stuff. I will be using the other phone to log back in with the radio channel and the ham radio channel. So we'll be going again in a few hours maybe. Take care, have a good day. Happy Easter if I don't catch you again later. Thank you again. Hey Karen, you're still here? Thank you very much, Karen. I'll see you later, or talk to you later. Not see you later, but I'll talk to you later in the chats. I will be going live again. Thanks again.